All right, folks, I got an interesting one here for you. I don't know how many people have ran into it, but customer complaint of this thing was just kind of loose, flopping around, and there was a piece missing out of it here. And so the only way to really fix this is to put a whole new unit on. So we sourced one here, right here from Ford, and there's the, I think this is Ford. Maybe not. Might be aftermarket. Customer brought it in, so I'm going to pop it in for him. But I'm going to show you kind of what I did. So obviously, the only thing you can do is you pry this off and you end up breaking it. But there's a clip here. There's a clip here, and then two-sided adhesive tape here. And but I want to show you what you got to do to be able to get to it. It's not terribly hard, but could be a little bit tricky. So when you open up the door, I have the door panel off. There's just a bunch of retainers. Let me go on this side. There's just a bunch of push panel retainers, you know, here, one down there around the bottom. You have the door lock. Then you have to pop the switch assembly out. I just kind of got a little plastic tool and just popped it up. It came right out, unplugged it. There's a cover here with a 10mm bolt. There's a cover down here once you get the switches out. There's a 10mm bolt. And then other than that, at the very bottom, of the door panel, there's just two 7mm screws. They just kind of go in and just kind of stable the door. And then once you go around and you just kind of pop the door, it loosens up. And then when you wiggle it out, the only thing you'll have to do, this cable, you just squeeze these tabs, you rotate it and then pull this out. And then there's just a couple of just standard electrical harnesses that that just kind of hold it to the lock switch. And there's a memory seat switch, so it's pretty straightforward. And then you just kind of pop that back. Then what you have to do is there's a screw that's right here. I believe it's a, let's see, I used this tool. It's a T20 that I used. There's a screw right here, and that loosens up this piece to allow just for more travel there. But now what I have to do is I have to get in here, and there's a wiring harness that goes down. So I'm going to reconnect these switches for the window motor, which is this one here. I'm going to reconnect that. I'm going to put the window all the way up. And then in here, I have to get the electrical switch out. And I'm going to do that. It's kind of hard for me to see that, but just put the window all the way up. You'll disconnect the switch that's in there, get the electrical harness done, and then I'll set you back up and we'll pop this out, get all this cleaned, put it back together. All right, I got that unplugged underneath of there. So I'll go down here, get this popped out. There's really no one nice way of doing it, but as you can see here, there's the wiring harness that comes down through here. On the inside, it just kind of, you can feel it when you get it on. I just kind of like tugged on it, and then you just undo the clip. Just kind of comes like this. We got the double-sided tape. So now I'm going to, I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I'm going to get this nice and cleaned up, get it nice and ready for the new double-sided tape, and then we'll put it back together. I got all this clean, real nice and beautiful. Got all the clips out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leave this protector stuff on there, and I'm going to put this through first. Alright, I'm not actually going to connect it electrically yet. I want to get this all set in place. Kind of get this all ready. I'm going to peel the double-sided tape off. just make sure that the wiring harness is all the way in there first. This, make sure it's nice and pressed. It's nice and uniform. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring you over there just so you can see where this electrical connector is. So I kind of looked through here. I kind of went through here, and then the electrical connector will go up through here, and then it connects right to this plug right here. So you just got to route it. There's a retainer that you'll just snap it into, and then I'll get that done, and then we'll make sure it works. Okay, got that all done. As soon as I plugged it in, it lit up like this. And make sure you have the remote in your hand. But on the Fords, if you press the 7, 8, 9, 0 buttons like this, it locks the car. Oh, I have the remote in here. But as you can see, this works just fine. So now I'm going to get the door panel put back in. I'll take you along for that process because you didn't see. So on this one, this is where it's in here. I have the screw for right here. Like I said, T20. I'm gonna put this in there. Also, I took this sill out. I'll put this back in. Make sure that's all the way down. Make sure this is up. This grommet will go back in here. Okay, there's that. This one. Let's get the door panel, we'll put that back in. Alright, so we got the door panel. So I like to just kind of rest it on my knee. Let's get all this stuff plugged in. A couple of them here. Pretty plug and play. We got green. Got the 2-pin connector. We have the cable. So this cable, you put it in, rotate it, and then snap it into place. Like this. Snap. Now this is the part that can get a little tricky because you have to get the door lock lever rod in there. That's all the way in and down. Go around, snap, crackle, pop. Make sure the door handle works. That works fine. Got my tools there. Let me move you into place. You can kind of see. There's a 10 mil here. Oh, I hit you. 10 mil right here. I don't know the torque spec on these, but you don't want to over tighten them, so you strip them out, but you don't want to have a loose either. then this goes, that's tight, that's tight. Here is, I forgot, we also had to remove this, which covers here, to be able to access it. It just pushes back in there. This one is the only plug for these switches and all. Just kind of make sure that doesn't get caught. This goes here. This is the cover for under here. Snaps in. Then underneath, I gotta get my other socket. Then down here, there's a couple of 7mm, which are just little sheet metal screws type thing, panel screws. And that's it, guys. That's it. Now, we'll make sure it works one more time. See here? Locked. I don't know what the panel code is, but as you can see, it lights up. That. Do one final push. Seal this off. That's it. Beautiful, guys. All right, well, I hope this helps. Doesn't happen too often, but hope somebody enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. See you.